savings by going to greenfever.com/coupon.
Then go to your John Deere dealer during the Green Fever sales event.
Offer ends February 1st, 2016, subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
All right, 6 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Every time I make myself a cup of green tea, I think of our next guest, Robin.
Yeah.
David Foreman is on the phone. He's been in the studio. He's coming in the studio.
Yes,
He's
he
in
has.
Washington, D.C. right now, heading over to Chicago. He's at an airport. And the thing that I'm going to say that's going to make you say, hold on, don't get out of the car, honey. I want to hear the rest of this, is this line right here. Shake off belly fat this holiday season with herbal diet tricks. That's what you need to hear. David Foreman's going to tell us how to do that. He's a friend. It's a refreshing thing to have somebody making sense on the phone with us.
Yeah.
He's an herbal pharmacist. Good morning, David. How are you doing?
Thank you, David.
Good morning. Good morning. And I always love the fact that I can feel like I'm in the studio with you when I'm not, because I can stream it over the internet. And I told you when from between your last guest and me calling in, I was listening to your last guest, and I was like, God, I remember when I was in the studio. You're at the mall.
Yeah. Well, that last guest was sensible.
You were telling me about the one before. And I kind of wish I'd gotten back to my room early enough to listen, because it sounds like I would have been probably banging my head into the wall.
Yeah. So can you see Robin? Are you looking at the streaming thing right now?
Actually, I closed it because I need to close my computer down quickly and get out of here.
Okay. Well, I'm waving to you.
Larry's waving.
When you look at the repeat later on, you'll see my hand going back and forth like a pendulum, an upside down pendulum.
I want to know why it's always the back of your head, Larry. And I mean, I know Robin's like, the good looking one in the group. No
right.
offense,
That's why. Well, that's the answer to your question. That's the answer to your question.
I didn't know if maybe you were in the witness protection program.
That's the answer.
Some of the stuff you've said, I know I remember telling you, like, when I was in the studio. I don't know if people really know. Like, I live in Tampa, so it's not a short drive to drive up to where you guys are. But I can remember being in the studio with you, and some of the off the wall things that were being said on air, and I'm like, God, this isn't even satellite radio. I
have to listen. I have to go back. I don't think we do any of that stuff. We're very small town stuff, and we keep everything clean.
We're off the air.
Sure you do. Okay. Well, it's funny. You brought up the fact that people would not want to get out of their cars right now because of the headline of "Shake Off the Santa Belly."
Right.
And I know people are like, "Dude, really? You're going to talk about weight loss?" And we're in the mecca of holiday delights. From people celebrating Hanukkah all the way through probably Valentine's Day. This is where.
By the way, I got to get a latke. Now that I just said that,
yeah.
Well, no, it's so funny because I was a guest on a show that airs out of L.A. and I just brought up the holidays, and he goes, "Well, I'm celebrating mine now," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I clued in." He's celebrating Hanukkah,
right?
And so, of course, then he had to get into the foods, and I'm like, "Yeah, I like a latkes. It's one of my things. I'm not much for the rest of it, but yeah, that's
I'm not for gefilte fish.
No.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen to you, I love it.
That just looks awful.
You got it all dialed in, but 70. So let's say, for instance, that the average person gains 10 pounds a year. 75% of that weight gain is going to happen now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And so, what does the herbal thing do? Does it make you not eat anymore, or does it help you increase your metabolism? What does it do?
All right, so I've got 3 tips, and actually, this one's going to be different than any other weight loss thing I've talked about in the past, because normally we talk about supplements for weight loss, but I'm also including the word bloating in here, because a lot of times people, during the holidays, you'll bloat up. It's not necessarily that you're putting on fat. So my tips today have to do with the preventing and or getting rid of that bloated feeling, and or helping you at least be able to cheat during this holiday season and not gain weight. So I'll give you an example. A lot of people drink sodas or a carbonated beverage that might be part of an adult beverage. And a lot of people don't realize that those carbonated beverages will bloat you up. And so the tip I'm going to give is to look at using peppermint or peppermint tea. It can just be peppermint if you want. It doesn't necessarily have to be the tea. But if you're feeling kind of that bloated, You know, like after a big meal, people feel kind of puffed up.
Right.
Feel like you've got the indigestion. Well, mint tea is phenomenal for that. So you can drink, you can drink it throughout the day, and it'll help with digestion. It'll help kind of control that yucky feeling you get. The second tip I have is probably one of the biggest tips I have, because it has to do with the foods that we eat. And in the past, I know we've talked about it is my favorite weight loss ingredient. So it's the ingredient that goes in the supplements called Phase 2. And, in the past we talked about Phase 2 being a weight loss supplement. We talked about it being helpful for people with cravings. Well, what Phase 2 is it's a starch blocker. It blocks your body's ability to break starches down into sugar. And if you can do that, and when you take Phase 2, you will, you won't get the caloric effect off of starchy foods, which are a lot of what we're eating during the holidays. Cakes and pies.
Is that the white bean thing? Is that what that is?
Yeah. It's white kidney bean extract, and so I give you an example. The studies on it show that it'll block 2/3 of the caloric effect of a starch. So if you sat down and had a pound of pretzels, you're going to negate 2/3 of the calories from that pound of pretzels by using Phase 2. Now, it needs to be taken before. So for me, I don't eat a lot of starches, you guys, but when I do, I do like pretzels, and I do like popcorn, I do like corn chips. I'm not a cake and cookie kind of guy. I'm not a bread guy. I'm not a pasta guy. But when I have starches, I take Phase 2 before those snacks, or if I'm going to go to a party where, I might have a couple of cookies or whatever, I take my Phase 2, because for me, I call it prevention. I'm gonna take it because I might eat it, and if you're like most Americans, you eat those starchy things year round. That's why you're packing on the pounds, because your body.
Yeah, right. We blame it on this time of year, but the truth is we eat it all year long.
We do, and this is probably, like I said, this is probably the worst part of the year. So, the best thing to do is not eat that stuff, but it's really hard to when you go to a party and you're you're just hanging around with your family. You're maybe watching football games. The playoffs are coming up, and the end of the NFL season's coming up, and the Super Bowl. And so, this eating starchy foods is going to be even higher right now for people like me that don't normally eat it. And then for the general population who does eat that stuff all the time, Phase 2 would be a great thing to do. And then last but not least, I know we don't have a lot of time. Last but not least, real quick, is artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners will basically bluff your body into thinking you have something sweet, but your brain is telling your body's telling your brain, hey, I didn't get the sugar I thought I was getting, so you start having cravings.
Oh.
And so you're going to start craving sugar, and you're going to start craving those starchy foods we just talked about. But here's the other kicker. The majority of people that use those artificial sweeteners, I'm not going to name brands, but the yellow packet particularly.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Those are known to cause bloating. So, so if you are having that problem with you just feel like you're fatter than normal, but you really haven't done anything to gain weight, it might be the artificial sweeteners you're using. And if you want to look for a sweetener that actually tastes relatively good, I'm not saying it's as good as sugar, but is something I use, and it's called stevia.
Stevia. Yeah, we've heard of stevia.
Yeah. And stevia can be purchased at even your mainstream grocery store. So it's not one of those things you got to walk into a health food store for. The local chain grocery stores carry it as well.
Right,
it's usually in the sugar section near the artificial sweeteners, but stevia is natural, and it's a much healthier alternative.
There's a Coca-Cola variety that's half stevia, half sugar. I don't know if you've seen it. It's got a green label.
Green.
It's got a green label.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I'm doing TV segments on this topic. That's actually what I'm going to Chicago for today. And I have actually, it's funny, I've seen those new Coca-Colas, like you said, with it's like a black and a green label.
Yeah.
And it's half stevia, and I think that's kind of cool. They're
By the way,
they're seeing the interest. Yeah, go ahead.
By the way, David, have you heard about the dash buttons?
Oh, no, what?
Oh, you haven't heard about them?
These are great.
All right, a dash button is an actual button. It's about the size of your thumb, and you kind of attach it to things like your refrigerator. And when you need something, you push the button, and it'll be sent to you, whatever it is. So if you have something I know, you got to look it up. What is a dash button? Just type in what is a dash button,
great.
and you will see. So you push a button, let's say, and Amazon will deliver I mean, all you do is push the button, and Amazon will send a car or a truck to you right now, and then a drone in about 6 months, delivering your phase 2.
Right. It's amazing.
If I'm right,
That's cool. So Robin, he's I know he likes to BS with me. This is the real deal, right?
This is the real deal. This is such a fascinating thing.
you
I
got
can't
a computer.
wait for the drones. This is
got
great.
a computer.
I do.
You
All right,
just type in dash buttons, and you'll see if you're running out of soda. You push the button, boom. Amazon sends you a soda. If you need a massage, boom. You push the button, and a masseuse comes over.
That's right. Table and everything, all prepared.
I just want to know, does it make that sound too, Larry?
Yes. They hired me. They got a soundbite from me, and so when you push it, you hear boop. That's what you hear.
That's right.
Yeah.
Larry's doing voiceovers now. Hey man, I love you guys. I will promise you in 2016, if you'll have me back, I will come back up to Ocala area and
all right.
do another.
Of course, we would have you back.
Oh, sure. That'd be great.
Cool.
All right. So, David, before we say goodbye, herbalpharmacist.com, is that the best website?
Yeah, go there, and then people can even ask me questions, blog, the whole, Facebook, Twitter links are all there. But yeah, herbalpharmacist.com.
It's going to be cold in Chicago.
Actually, it's going to be in the 50s, but I go from there to Minneapolis, and it's going to be below freezing there. I'm not digging that too much, but
oh, really?
I'm not gonna be outside. I have a hotel room. They have cars that get you from the airport to the hotel, and they have a car that takes me to the TV station. So.
And everything has
wonderful.
heaters. Everything has heaters, right? So.
Yeah, right. Like I say, when people go, "Oh my God, it's hot in Florida," I'm like, "Yeah, well, we have air conditioning,
Right. David Foreman, thank you so much. We've got to run.
Take care.
Have a great flight. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Our Thursday will be a nice one with a mix of clouds and sun and a high of 75 to 79. Clear to partly cloudy Thursday night with lows ranging from the low and mid-50s and a few inland spots to the low 60s on the coast. Friday, mostly sunny and pleasant, high 76 to 80. On Saturday, partly sunny and warm, high 78 to 82. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Ooh, ouch. Does pain have you glued to the couch? Yes, unfortunately it's true that every year we must get older, but that doesn't mean we have to deal with pain in our back, knees, or shoulder. If your muscles and joints are sore, don't worry anymore. Come get acupuncture from me and you'll be pain-free. Acupuncture starts as low as $35 at a Better You Healthcare. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, at 615-5566. Stop your pain from driving you insane.
Looking to put your money to work? Florida Credit Union has 3 CD specials, 12 months for 1.05% APY, 24 months for 1.50% APY, 36 months for 1.75% APY each with a $10,000 minimum. Federally insured by the NCUA. APY equals annual percentage yield. These rates effective through December 31st, subject to change at any time. Visit one of Florida Credit Union's convenient locations today or visit their website at flcu.org.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin.